This year's panel discussion was great. We had a professional moderator in Kathy Lean, who I've known for probably 15 years. She did a great job with some very hard-hitting questions. The panel was comprised of really what I consider to be industry experts, obviously us from FPFX Tech, but we also had a representative from Funder Pro, as well as FTMO. So you definitely had the right knowledge base and experience on the panel to take those questions. And we covered a lot of topics. We spoke about trends in the industry, how to deal with growth and scale challenges, how to deal with risk and toxic traders. We talked about what future regulation might look like for the space and what that would mean in terms of new entrants and how firms would operate. Overall, it was a great discussion. The time went by very quickly. We got some good questions from the audience as well. And it's just great to see the evolution of these panels from conference to conference as the prop industry matures. And so we're getting better questions, more relevant questions, more granular specific ones about really what's driving the industry, as opposed to more of the 30,000 foot questions that we were taking about a year ago. And so it's great to see it becoming more of a real financial service with real hard-hitting questions and real issues that have to be tackled by either the prop firm operators or the tech providers like us. The mood overall here is great. More people here this year than I believe the last few years that I've been here, which is great. We have a booth, and prior to the panel, we were being mobbed by people there that had a lot of questions about what we offer and asking for different demonstrations. Overall, trading is booming again. We have obviously a lot of geopolitical events, some good, some not so good, that are happening right now. You have a US administration that's very pro-markets, pro-crypto, pro-betting, pro-gamified trading experiences overall, which the rest of the world takes a cue from. So overall, trading is in vogue, it's popular, it's active. The markets are quite volatile. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of opportunity for traders. There's a lot of opportunity for those in financial services that are trying to engage with other businesses in the space or the end trader. I think the answer is yes. Overall, we're seeing a convergence of all things trading and gamified experiences. If you go back about 10 years ago, there was another similar trend where brokerages that used to be Forex trading only then were having demands to offer other types of product. They were asked to offer indices and metals and other commodities and equities, and then you had the addition of crypto products as well. We're starting to see the same thing now when it comes to trading, but specifically on the prop side of things, where traders want to trade more than just Forex. They want to trade all of the other regulated asset classes, but they also want that gamified experience where they can trade everything, under one house through one type of challenge. And so we're building the technology and the solutions to accommodate that. And it's good when you see that convergence of asset classes and interests, because it opens up the audience of people that you can ultimately cater to. And you don't have to be so myopic in who you're focusing on from a sales and marketing perspective. One of the biggest questions, one of the most common questions we get asked all the time, and it really comes down to trust and credibility. I always say that you want to look beyond the marketing. That's just scratching the surface. It's a nice, window shopping experience, but who's actually running the store? Do they have any experience? Do they have a track record of running financial services? Do they have the capital? Do they have a history that would indicate they actually know what they're doing? Or are they more of just a substanceless marketer? Because that's where you invite a lot of risk and a lot of counterparty risk to your experience in working with a prop firm like that. So like anything else, you want to do your due diligence. You want to actually know the people you're working with, not just the business that you're working with, because it's ultimately people that drive these businesses. And if you get a good comfort level and feeling from the ultimate operators and shareholders and stakeholders in that business, you're probably safe to move ahead. If they were doing something completely outside of financial services 6 months ago and they just opened up a prop firm, maybe there's some better options for you. It is growing by leaps and bounds. We have seen that really over the last 5 years, talking double-digit growth month over month. We're continuing to see expansion into new geographies. So what initially started, at least for us, was largely the English-speaking world, has now quickly moved into Latin America, different parts of Asia, Middle East. And so we are seeing the adoption continued to grow, the exposure is continuing to grow, and it's now about catering to those specific markets in different ways in terms of the products that they're looking for, the asset classes they want to trade, incorporating a lot of the local payment options that the end customers are used to when buying services. So we're definitely seeing growth, we're seeing maturation and evolution of the space, and I'm thrilled to see it becoming a legitimate financial service, finding its way and its footing, and being almost on par with the brokerages that we see typically at these events.